135 to the dollar. It's wrong that it's 135 to the dollar. It's overpriced. So we need to watch this, right? But as long as it's still going to go up, we're going to ride it up. But if news comes out about Germany and Ireland, then we're going to ride it down. Um, Though if you're looking to short, then the logical area is 135, which is a huge psychological level. Weekly 50 to fib, the 289 weekly EMAs. Lots of reasons why 135 is the area you're going to short. But wait until after Mr. Trichet has spoken in London before deciding on it. Okay? Now that the euro's big, big, big this week. The Swissy, I'm leaving it alone. The trouble here is similar with the yen. You could show we are at extreme here. You see more these wicks here getting a bit bigger. That's showing more buyers are coming in. Less people are selling it, more buyers are coming in. The thing is, you could be shorting this, and then suddenly the Swiss National Bank could intervene and send it to the roof. Because remember their statement 2 weeks ago and the line that they had in it that I read out to you. So this isn't for me. If the SNB shoot this up, then I'm going to join in. On everything Swiss, but on long, but I'm not interested in shorting it. I'd need a pullback or I'd need something, but I'm very wary of the SMB on this. The dollar yen is, speaking of the Swiss National Bank, I might as well do the dollar yen at the same time. Again, the dollar yen we had on Friday. If we go to Friday morning, we had this here. This was this is about just before 5 a.m., 6 a.m., about 5 a.m. Friday morning, 88 pips. They didn't move it up a lot, and what happened the rest of the day? It just pulled away. So this is the danger. All right, now we had this just under 100 pips, and then it went down all day. So the thing here is you could be in a short on this. Let's go back to the daily. You could be in a short on this, and then you could have got in short here, and then the Bank of Japan could come in and spike it up, take out your stop, and then it continue going the way you would originally got in. So I'm not interested in shorting this at all. I'm only interested in logging this. I'm interested in catching the interventions and banking the pips. Now, if you're a counter trend trader, and also areas I'll be interested in getting long is if it got down to 83.58 or 83, you'd be interested in longing there because those are key levels. 83.58, you can see that, that support there, and 83 obviously is the level it got to before the Bank of Japan came in and catch a really nice big ride up. So I'd be watching those levels as well. Don't forget Mr. Shirkawa. His speech is at 6:30 a.m. GMT in the morning. The Aussie dollar. Now let's look at gold. Now you need to watch gold for this pair. You do. I mean, this pair is so correlated with gold, it's untrue. This is it on the daily, and then you can see it got up to just a couple of pips before 1300 on Friday. Now, if this pair breaks 1300 tomorrow, then chances are gold is going to break the trend line that is at as well. So I'd keep an eye on this pair. It's not staying for me, guys. 1 second. It's not staying, but I think you're getting the idea here. Alright. If it breaks 113 tomorrow, and you also put a line in this, a line in the sand. If it breaks this tomorrow, then chances are the Aussie is going to break up. But this is gold. Now we are due a pullback, all right. Now we are looking at 1257, maybe 1272. But these are the lines in the sands that you need to 1272, 1257. You also want to put in 1282, mark them on your chart. Those are the three lines in the sands. I'd love a pullback to 1257. But anyway, I was talking about this because of the Aussie. Now this is Aussie is very correlated with gold. Now I've showed you a gold 1300 with you a pullback. It may be the same for the Aussie. However, if gold breaks 1300 tomorrow, this is the Aussie and this is that upper trend line. It tried again on Friday to break it. Now I was looking for a pullback to 94, 93.78 on Friday. It came back to 94.66. Alright, and then which is the 80 EMA, the low of Thursday, and then bulldozed all the way up to this trend line. So, but it can't break it. Now I was saying to you last week that it'll do two things. It'll either fall off here down to 94 and then come up and break it, or we will get a break of this and it will use this trend line as support, which was resistance. So if we get a break of this and it closed above this, then you would look for a pullback to this trend line for reasons to long this further. Remember, we're going for 98.5, possibly up for 1 for 1. On the Aussie, but we are very bullish. I'm not interested in shorting this at all, and that is what I'm looking for. You wouldn't long it here because we're too close to this line. You either need a break and a pullback to long it, or you need a retrace. You would look again at 94.66, but I would still prefer the 94 level for that to get in long, and then hopefully we'd break that trend line there. That's it on the Aussie. But watch gold, even if you don't trade gold, because gold is not for the faint of heart. 1300, if it breaks that, the Aussie will possibly break this level here as well on the Aussie. The Euro Aussie, it's in a daily downtrend. Price is approaching the 61.8 and the trend line of 141.38. If I find it, we can bring it up. Here's the Euro Aussie. So we can see we're in a daily downtrend. It is approaching the area I was saying to you last week. 61.8, 140, 138 is the level. But this is starting to look very bullish. Alright, so I'd be very wary here. Alright, but this is the area to look. Again, you need to watch for the speeches of Mr. Trichet tomorrow, because obviously that will affect the euro here. You need to keep anything euro related. The German banks, Ireland, and Mr. Trichet you need to watch. And then obviously the Aussie affects this. If the Aussie gets stronger and the euro gets weaker, this is going to fall away. Alright, and this could be just a little retrace of this move down to 61.8 that we were talking about. But this is the area you need to look at. But it's starting to look a little bullish, but this is the area you need to look at, 131.38, if you are thinking of shorting this. The euro yen, it has broken above 113.40, and normally I'd be interested in long in this now. I'd be very interested in long in this. However, I'd be very wary. Alright, it'll depend on. I've spoken to you about the euro and the yen. I've talked to you about the yen intervening to make the currency weaker, and the troubles with the euro that has sprung up this weekend, and the articles I've given you on the euro, and I'll give you an article on off Bloomberg on the yen too. I'll put that in the Outlook. But his speech is at 6:30. Mr. Trichet just at London Open. Both of those affect this pair. So really, I'd be very careful, and I'd probably leave this pair well alone tomorrow. This could go one way and then the other, could whipsaw you, everything. So I'd stay well away from the euro yen. The euro GBP. Let me find the euro GBP. Euro GBP, guys. Here we go. Just past it. There we go. Now I'm favouring a short. All right. It came up and couldn't get below the daily, above the daily 55 on the weekly. We also have the daily 65 as well there. The weekly 55 and the daily 365, both at 85.55 area. All right. Now I'd like a spike up to 86, and I'd short it at 86. That's what I'm looking for. The Bollinger Bands, this is what's known as not in a million years. The only thing I would be wary of is if these opened up and markets open, I'd be very careful. I'd be very wary about taking a short then. If they stay shut and it comes up to the 50 of the fib 86 spike through, then I'd be very interested there. Or if I get a reversal at 85.55, reversal candle pattern, I'd be very interested in shorting there. But again, be wary of Mr. Trichet's speech at London Open on this pair. Alright, the CAD, you can see we have this daily pennant here. It's just a pain in the bum, this pair. Came right up to the daily 55, came through, closed above the 300 level on Thursday. On Friday, bulldozed all the way down. And then where did it stop? Right on this daily trend line here that we've been watching. And then should we get a close below there, we're looking at this trend line and a close below there at 101.75, and then all the way down. But the Bollinger Bands are wide open, stochastics pointing down, MACD a lower low, and the market is fully expecting this to go back to 1 for 1. So so you just need to, if we got to pull back up to this level, obviously you're looking at that 4-hour close below here, you're looking at short and there at 10226. Be very careful, because at 10193 you've got this trend line, and then 20 pips below that at 10175 you've got big support at 10175. big support at that level. So be very careful at that level too. So that's it. So any questions, email it through. We'll speak to you again tomorrow night. I'm now going to go off and do the deviation figures for the week, and I will talk to you later. And I'll post those article links in the Outlook introduction. So if you scroll back up, you can get those links. And take care. Bye for now.